Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to TeesProductions. Fuck, it's been a while since I uploaded a proper video. I'm sorry about that, been busy streaming, been streaming almost every day. And yeah, we've been on that stream grind. Also, I've been short of YouTube ideas. You know that YouTube grind is tough, finding unique videos, I guess, or adding a unique twist to the videos. Yeah, so Apex, it's popping off at the moment. It's doing bits. All the Warzone players moved over to Apex now because Warzone is hot doo-doo. Anyway, I thought I'd make a video, considering I've been playing Apex since its launch, about some beginner mistakes that I'm seeing frequently. Also, I'm getting a lot of viewers on my stream coming down and asking for some tips, or newer players that I feel like I can help, because this game is fucking hard. Right, that's the first thing. Like, Apex Legends is a tough game. You're gonna get fisted, man. Left, right, and center. I say Apex Legends is a game for masochists, and honestly, like, that's the best way I can describe it. So, you can endure the pain, and be better for it in the end. So, alright, enough small talk. Let's get on with the video. Enjoy the video, guys. Okay, tip number one, you're playing way too passive, fam. Look, Apex is a game that's extremely challenging, as I've mentioned earlier in the video, and you need to practice. The best way for you guys to get better at this game is to play more aggressively. The more fights you take, the better your gunplay becomes, and the more fights you'll win. Because you will need to win fights to actually win a game of Apex. So you need to improve your gunplay by taking fights. Battle Royales are unique in that sense, where every fight you take is different. You will have a different fight every game. Every fight, I should say. You have multiple fights in a game usually. But yeah, Apex also has a very unique feature called Evo Armor. Evo Shields reward you guys for playing more aggressively. For example, when you start off in a game, you'll start with white armor, which gives you an extra 50 HP on top of your 50 HP that you had before. 50 armor, it's a little bit different, but let's just say it's 150 HP, just for clarity. You guys can explore that further by doing some research if you guys like, about the differences in like from armor to HP, because there are like minor differences between the two, but it's not important for the point I'm trying to make here. So you get 150 HP. The more damage you do, the higher your armor gets and the more valuable you are. Right? So if you deal, I believe it's 150 damage from white, you move to blue, which gives you an extra 25 armor, and then you can move to purple, which gives you an extra 100 armor, and then red, which will give you 125, which is the highest armor you can get. Evo armor is massively beneficial in fights if you play aggressively. For example, if you play aggressively, you'll have better armor naturally, and then say you come across a team that's only blue and you guys are red, right? That means that's the other team only has 175 HP and you guys have 225 HP per person, which is insane. That is a massive advantage, which means you can tank a few more bullets, and by the time they kill you, you would have already killed them. So, it is definitely beneficial for you guys to get aggressive, get that damage in, and get that Evo shield up. But more importantly than that, like I mentioned before, it's about practice. You learn your gun plays, you take fights, you win Apex. It's that simple. Just before we get on to tip 2, guys, I just ask that if you guys are liking the video so far, that you please like the video, and then if you want to take it an extra step further, I'd love you guys to subscribe. This helps me a lot. You guys know the John, so please, I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Okay, all right, enough promotion. On to tip 2. Okay, go. That brings me to my second point. Not looting properly. Yes, looting is not as easy as clicking a button. There's a little more to it than that. In Apex, when you leave the dropship, you all drop together, rather than having to do so separately, which makes it so that you can land with your team. However, if the whole team lands in the same building, there simply won't be enough loot for the 3 of you. So, before you hit the ground, just break off from your team and go to a nearby building, so that everyone in the team can acquire a weapon, which is absolutely essential for early game, especially if there are teams nearby. Also, when you're looting, please make sure you do not pick up any unnecessary items, such as hop-ups that you don't need, ammo types that you don't need. Just keep in mind that if you do pick up something that you don't need, it's just wasting inventory space, which you could use for something like meds and shields. Also, on that topic, please don't forget to pick up meds and shields. You'll need them, you're gonna take damage, and you need to be able to heal and shield up back to full health, so you're at your peak health or peak shields. Yeah, so loot properly, you fucking buffoons. Let me ask you guys a question. There are 2 teams playing dodgeball. Team A and Team B. Team A has 3 players. Team B has 1 player. Which team do you think is most likely to win? If you said Team B, yeah, absolutely correct. Ha! Fuck you! If you said Team B, you dumb motherfucker, you got it wrong! No, but for real, the answer is Team A. It's the same thing in Apex. I see a ton of new players running into 1v3 fights like an absolute madman, and goes ahead and dies, throwing the rest of the team to fight a 2v3. This is one of the worst things you can do. This is literally throwing the game. A decent team will know to aggro the remaining 2 players in your team, and it's an easy squad wipe for the team that has 3 players. Oh, that reminds me, please don't revive your teammates if they're in a shit position. Because if you revive them while they're in the open, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get beamed, and 2 of you are gonna die. When it should just be the one that's down, you guys are putting the other teammate in much more trouble, meaning the other teammate has to try and 1v3 clutch the fight, and honestly, if they're not Shroud or Asu or pro player, the chance of them doing that is pretty unfortunately. So it's best to wait until they're in a safe position before you revive them, so that you don't lose a player, right? Because it's important to have these play advantages, or have the same, or play on equal ground, I should say. So on that, if the team that's like I said before, a good team will know to push you if they're lacking a player. Same thing goes for you. If you're attacking a squad, right, and you notice that one team member is very far from the rest of them, you fucking aggro that person that's all alone. You kill that one person, which means you guys are instantly at an advantage, fighting a 3v2 battle, and you clear the rest of them. Obviously, it's not as simple as that works. Sometimes things can go wrong. For example, you get a third party that comes from somewhere else and stops you from doing that. But that is okay. There's a way you can get through it. Number 4. This is a topic that I think really applies for all multiplayer games. I've found that people do not know how to communicate. Most competitive games are team-based games. Team. You're not working alone. You have teammates, friends, allies to help you out. They're not your fucking enemies. For the love of God. Stop treating them like shit. Yes, you have voice comms. Don't abuse voice comms. You know how many people I see using voice comms for nothing but flaming, when you could just be using it for valuable information, like calling out players that are low, calling out players that are alone, they're cracked. There's so many more valuable pieces of information you can say, rather than, oh, you fucking shit, bro. Oh, you missed a shot, bro. Fucking hell, man. Like, it's so stupid. You guys that fucked up and, like, stupid that you don't understand that shit does 0 for the team. Like, if you're trying to win a competitive game, using your mic to yell at teammates does 0. Gives 0 benefits other than boost your shitty ego. which you clearly need to have boosted. Dude, people have bad games. That's just life. We're all humans, right? People make mistakes. Stop blaming people for other people's mistakes. The best fucking mindset you can have for multiplayer games is that if you lose, it's your mistake. Not the teammates, your mistake. Think like that, right? Even if you know that it's other people's, think that it's your mistake. Always think what you could have done better to improve. Think about the fight, right? If you lose a fight, think about what you could have done better, right? If you're with a squad, think about how your squad could have played that better. For example, if you die, if one of your teammates got caught out, that teammate got caught out. You tell them, hey buddy, sorry, you got caught out. Try to play a bit closer to us next time, right? That's if you're in a pre-made. But if you're playing solo queue, the chances are you're never going to see the person again. You're going to see him for what? 5-10 minutes? And then on to the next group of people. Don't treat them like shit. If you want to talk with your teammates, encourage them, right? Like say you're down and they kill someone, right? Or they down someone. Say, oh, nice down, bro. That is much, much more beneficial than if you were to flame them. Like you get much, much more value out of that. If you really want to win a competitive game playing solo queue, you gotta talk with your team. Communicate. Don't treat them like shit. Yes, not all of the players are good, right? Some players will be 10 times worse than you. But that's okay. We're humans. Don't treat this as if you're playing a pro game. Because 95% of us are regular casual people. Just having fun, you know? That's what games are about. Have fucking fun. If you don't have a voice comm, that's okay. Apex is amazing with its pinging system. You don't even need to communicate via voice or text. Or chat, sorry. You could just ping everything. The ping wheel is so vast, right? You can communicate everything. Like if you're holding a position, if you want to attack a position, if you think there are enemies around, you could communicate so much valuable stuff with just pings. And I see no one fucking using it. Do you know how shit that is? It's such an amazing thing that Respawn have done here with their pinging system. Wow, I'm sorry that got so serious. Gee, that wasn't even scripted either. That was just me talking from the heart. Holy fuck. I'm sorry that got so serious, but it was something that had to be said. So, I've said my piece. That's tip number 4. Alright, on to the final one. Okay, tip number 5 and the last tip. This is probably the most technical tip I'll provide in this video, but it's movement. Apex Legends is unique because of its movement. It's got amazing movement, which is so fun to master, but really challenging to master as well. So like, it'll take time. It's definitely something that you need to work on, and it's a lot easier for PC players. You know, console players that have really good movement as well, but it's just a lot harder on console. But it's definitely doable. Definitely doable. Good movement can be the difference between being a great player and a good player. So it's definitely beneficial to work on your movement. Plus, I think that's definitely the bridge for pro Apex players compared to just regular Apex players. Yeah, because some regular Apex players will have really good aim, but their movement is rubbish, and they just won't be able to hit a shot because their movement is so on point. Like you'll see people moving from far right to far left, like that. It's so tough. Like there's high mobility legends as well in this, so it's a key feature in Apex. If you guys are looking for like good movement tips, I would watch Asu's movement video. He did a really good movement video a few years ago, and it's still, I'd say, pretty much viable now. So if you want, you guys should definitely go check out that video. You'll learn quite a bit from it. So definitely worth learning. You can do all sorts of special stuff with it too. You can use it to escape, you can use it to dodge bullets, you can use it to engage fights unpredictably, get the jump on someone. I'm sure you guys have seen videos about it. Like if you watch Asu's videos, you'll see his movement is crazy. He'll get to places that you would have never thought were a thing. You'll see how good he is with the zip lines, making it really hard for people to hit you. So the possibilities are really endless. You could just have fun with it. move around. That's it. That's tip number 5. Movement. Alright guys, that is it for the video. Hopefully you learned something from this video. If you guys would like to see more videos of this type of set out and instructional videos like this, let me know. I'll be more than happy to continue these types of videos. Alright, that's it. Have an amazing day. Please stay safe wherever you are. COVID is wreaking havoc as per usual. Its second wave is happening all over the world. So please stay safe, have fun, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, guys.